I would say that Rochdale are the favourites.
Well, we will be chatting about the teams. In fact, let's just have a look at the teams right now. This is how they're lining up today. Cornwall, first of all, Liam Whitton at fullback, ex-Leeds Academy. Three-quarter line, Errol Carter. Kobe Nicol, who was once at the Bradford Bulls, Tom Ashton and Harry Aronson. The halves are Cameron Brown, an Australian from Burleigh Bears, amongst others. Adam Rustling is a scrum half. And the forwards, Boots, Collins, Hartshorn, Cullen, Dimmock and Lloyd. And on the bench, we've got Howe, Mitchell, Prisk and Singleton. We'll have a good chat about all those players as the match goes on. But Rochdale Mayfield, well, they're lining up like this. There is one change there as well. Lewis Butterworth is the fullback. You'll see a name missing because Jordan Parr should have been playing on the wing, but he's not. Christian McVeigh, who's listed amongst the forwards, he's actually going to be playing on the wing today. It's a late change. Christian McVeigh comes in. So the rest of the three-quarter lines, James McDade, Dakota Tolhurst and Wayne English, the halves, Sam Wright and Devlin Long, and the forwards then, not McVeigh, but Dash Penkovic. There's a name that will be familiar. And Mills, the front row. It is, of course, Sean Penkovic. The back row, Ben Metcalf, Travis Long, and Seta Talatoka. And on the bench, Declan Sheridan, Nick Hargreaves. We're looking forward to watching Boggs again today. Nick Hargreaves, the free-scoring prop forward. Joe Taylor and Harry Sheridan are on the bench as well. And here we go. Liam Whitton, captain for the day. He's going to bring them out, and out they come to a fantastic roar. Brilliant roar at the Memorial Ground at Penryn for a first ever Challenge Cup tie from Cornwall, live on your screens. Fantastic stuff. Some good names out there. Lewis Singleton is out there as well for Mayfield, just leading those players out. Says, great to see another game outside of the Heartlands on BBC iPlayer, BBC RL. Come on, Cornwall. And we've also got a text in here as well. Rochdale Wheelchair Rugby League start their season against Halifax Panthers, new development team next week. So there's a quick shout for them as well. And we're underway. And a great hit up.
Some things about rugby league that doesn't change whatever level you play at. Boys and everybody that's involved wanting to get stuck into each other. Great shot from the Mayfield forward.
We've got Lynn Manfu said during the World Cup the BBC gave us Voss's takeaway tour of England. Now we're getting 57 varieties of things that you can do in a Woodsy's toaster. Yes, indeed. Yes, and Brian enjoyed it. He's underplaying it, but he did enjoy it. Anyway, Cornwall with that first chance is a great defensive effort from Mayfield right at the start here. So not making too many yards from outside their own territory. They're forced to kick downfield. And it's going to be a first touch of the ball for young Lewis Butterworth, son of the coach. Young Butty picks it up and runs it back. He's last time we saw him, he was still studying his dentistry exams. Well, he's passed. Not only is he passed, he's now a fully fledged dentist. So any dental work needs doing on there because of a few headshots, I'm sure he can get involved and sort that out. Mayfield with possession. Ben Metcalf driving it in. Is that Metcalf? I'm not sure. Anyway, drives it in just short of the halfway line. They're going through hands. Jared Dash, the Australian, been here for a while or so. Loves his moustache apparently. Does Jared? They want to get on with it quickly here. It looks as though Sheridan's on the field. Oh, is that Penkovic who's running out there? The numbers seem to be a little odd here from Rochdale because we had Penkovic in 9 to start the game, but. Anyway, Devlin Long with a kick high in the air. Liam Whitton gets up there and
quick.
Well, good battle. The ball's gone backwards and here comes an opportunity, real opportunity. Wright looking to offload, brilliant offload from him as well. Still the 6th tackle, so there's not been a Cornwall touch on there. And now Cornwall have it back. So what an early opportunity.
Scruffy. It went up there. You thought the fullback had taken it and he hadn't. There were plenty of Rochdale efforts, an amazing offload. And then Cornwall end up with the ball, so really competitive early on, and
everything all right, mate?
You see Mayfield here bending their backs and getting stuck into the Cornwall players.
Everything all right?
Yeah. So an opportunity for Cornwall just to bring it out. I think it is Penkovic who's wearing 14, isn't he? You coached him, fella. You should know that.
Should.
Yeah, and I think therefore Sheridan must be wearing 9 on the bench. Anyway, kick downfield. Here's Butterworth. Collects it. To remind you, we are watching it from our kitchen table. in sunny Lancashire. We're a long, long way away from sunny Cornwall for this game, but we're enjoying it nonetheless. Daniel Emerson says, is that a sloped pitch? The Beebs coverage of the early cup rounds is one of the highlights of the new year. Hashtag BBC RL. And Stephen Dunn says, big shout out to Elliot Davis, watching from his armchair in Wigan. Lee Diggle says, all aboard the Boggs Express up the field. Hashtag BBC RL. Cole Connolly, former Mayfield player. Strange feeling watching both my former clubs today. Looking forward to it. All the best to both teams. He had a spell, of course, at Cornwall as well, did Cole. So there you go. Up the Boggs. Nick Hargreaves is Boggs. We'll give him a shout when he comes on, because he's always great to watch. Here's Wright at dummy half, looking towards that right-hand side. Long helps it on its way again, and they're just looking for a little gap down that right-hand flank if they can. Play the ball back towards the middle. Here's Long again with the kick. Rochdale have been pretty much dominant so far, haven't they, the Mayfield side?
What a brilliant break from the fullback. Whitten, was it?
Yeah, Lewis Whitten.
Yeah, brilliant break. And they've been kicking well out of their own half. It's interesting, you know, our viewers have been saying, is there a slope on this field? Is there a hill? Is there wind? There's definitely a wind in Cornwall. But Cornwall have managed to kick the ball really well out of their own half, which leads me to believe there may be a slight slope going left to right as we watch the screen. But both teams been pretty expansive and testing their arm, so it's an entertaining game so far.
Hashtag BBC RL if you want to take part in the conversation, of course. We'll get to some of those tweets in just a second, but let's watch this passage of play, because here's Kane Dimech, the Maltese international, who's put down short of the halfway line. Back it comes, kick high and hanging. Where's this going to fall? Into the hands of Wayne English. The bolt from Kirkholt, as we found out a couple of years ago, and suddenly an opportunity. Christian McVeigh getting involved there as well. Late call up into the team because of the injury to Jordan Parr. So Rochdale calling on their reserves. Little run out of dummy half again. This is a testing set for the Cornwall defence, but there's a steal at one-on-one, but I think it was knocked on.
Yeah.
So it'll be Rochdale's head and feet.
This is just all about building pressure. They'll be talking about, let's build some pressure for this Mayfield team against Cornwall. And so, yeah, it's not surprised that the standard is high.
We've got Lewis Smith says, shout out Nathan Gaskell, watching on his weekend away in Garstang, I should say, up Lee East. Hashtag BBC. We've got Rugby League royalty with us, Vicky Molyneux, England Women's International, who of course has very, very strong links with the Mayfield side. Albeit she plays for Wigan, hoping for a Challenge Cup upset. Come on, Mayfield. Here they go. Oh, that's going to be the opening try of the game as well. Jared Dash, I think it is, has managed to force his way over, and that was coming, and that was thoroughly deserved. 8.5 minutes in.
Well, he gave the big see you later left-hand hand, and he stepped, and he threw the dummy, and he went through, and they didn't quite collect him, the Cornwall defence, and he just kept going. Potentially new players. It's all of the things that we haven't quite spoken about in expansion just yet. You'll probably watch this kick to see if he makes it 6-0. But I'm a huge believer in taking the game to new places.
Good kick from Devlin Long. Aaron Sawyer saying, love watching Cornwall RLFC last season at the Memorial Ground. Good to see them get some screen time. Watching from St Helens. Here come Cameron Brown. Brown puts the ball back to Whitten, who's chiming in from fullback. So great chance here. Great chance. Collins bends his back, sweeps it back towards the middle again. It's going to be Dimech, the Maltese international. He's held up 5 away. Collins again. Step back by Lloyd. Lloyd trying to force himself over the line, but he's held up. Collins once more. Has a look around. Where's favourite now? Left or right? He's swept all the way to that left-hand side. And now they've got an opportunity. Real chance down there as well. And Ashton, Tom Ashton. Well, what a moment that is for him. He's a Rochdale lad, ex-Rochdale Hornets. Played in the Challenge Cup for Rochdale Hornets last year. And now has scored against Mayfield. And that was a good, strong finish from Tom Ashton.
Brilliant finish, because he had all to do.
Mayfield can still see the Rochdale side winning this game, says Billy. Adam says, shout out to Emily Hardy for getting picked for Yorkshire Women Tag Rugby League. Well done, Emily. Big shout out from Adam there. Fev fans 95. He's obviously pleased you got that selection. Well done, Emily. RL needs to go in South Wales. Me and all the Wales RL fans are missing it, says Johnny.
I agree with that.
Here come Cornwall, making a name for themselves in the Southwest. Reminder, that clock is only a guide. So 3 and a bit minutes, maybe a bit longer to go in this game. Here comes Jamie Prisk. Prisk 15 away. Luke Collins played the full 40 minutes so far. Short pass from Rusling, but well marshalled by that Rochdale defence. Rusling again with a kick. It's just a little too big. And it's going to be a tap back on the 20. 7 tackles. Restart here for Mayfield. They want to get on with it. They want to get on with it. Here we go. Tonya Sam's got to love watching a bit of rugby league on a Saturday afternoon. Sharon watching from the northwest. Come on, Cornwall. Good luck to Rochdale Hornets tomorrow. Meantime, here's a chance for Mayfield to travel well. Sheridan at dummy half picks up and looks back on the inside again. Jared Dash tries scorer. While ago now, but they are eating up the yards at the moment. Travis Long wants to get up and play it and does. And it's helped on, and Dash is involved again here. Good work by the middles.
Fast. Good play, the balls running out dummy half.
Sheridan
to stop here.
Twist away, offload. Out it goes to that left-hand side, and it's going to be walking day for Wayne English. The bolt from Kirkholt is over in the corner, and Rochdale extend their lead at a critical moment in the match as well. Pete and Curly's story for you. Curly did a lot for Mayfield, but sadly left to move to Scotland. And now Pete and Curly have been reunited for this game. Curly is the only man to be red-carded for Masters Rugby League. So there you go, bit of story. Harry Byrne says, big up all the lads watching whilst in work, the McDade-McVie era. And there's someone knocking on our front door. Brian Noble, go and answer the front door. Second half is underway. Only on you have to open the court. Right, here we go. I think Brian Noble might have parked in the wrong place. Anyway, second half underway, and it is going to be Mayfield who have possession, who are settled 15 metres from their own line. Sheridan still goes from number 9. Brian Noble's back with us, having left his kitchen table seat to answer our front door. Who was it, Brian?
My career has hit a new height.
Yeah.
It was a parcel man.
Right.
But it's not a parcel for you, it's a parcel for next door.
It's not even our parcel.
No.
You had to disrupt the commentary to collect next door's parcel. Anyway, still Cornwall 4. Rochdale, and Sheridan, brilliant stuff from him. Dodging and weaving. He's got 9 on his back now. As Declan Sheridan, which he did in the first half, and that's away, and here comes Travis Long. What a start to the second half for this Mayfield side, and Sheridan really was at the heart of that. So sharp round dummy half, and Travis Long with a finish, and that puts them in ecstasy, as you can see. Great start to the second period.
12-mile run.
12 miles,
Playing
yeah.
a game at Hooker,
Yeah.
a rugby league is roughly, you're running around 12 miles in a game.
Are you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You're pulling a face.
Well, I suppose when you're at Wakefield, there was a lot of running behind the sticks and getting ready for the conversion and then running back out again. Devlin Long's kicked the goal. So the Long brothers in harness. And it's 16 points to 4 that Rochdale Mayfield lead right now. You did what, sorry?
I lifted when I thought about the red zone.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. It's a bit like your playing days. You've got a bit flat for the opening 20 minutes of this second half, but you're on again now. You're up again now.
No, I was good.
Here we go. This is Joe Taylor, who's 10 metres out. It's going to be Sheridan again, the wrecker-in-chief, the architect of this wonderful second half. Boggs goes close. Nick Hargreaves held up within sight of that line. Sheridan delivers left. They're just trying to batter their way through, but you can't do that without the ball. And
well done, Cornwall. We all talk about playing football. We all talk about the great things that Mayfield done, and they have. But you have to say there's some desperation there too in this Cornwall team. Their challenge is to get to the other end of the field now.
Rory the Roughhead says, hashtag BBCRL, enjoying watching Cornwall against Wakefield. Can't wait for Roughheads at Doncaster tomorrow. Save me a pulled pork butty, Woodsy, he says. I will. Up the field, come on, boys, says Zach Baker. Daniel Highland says, shout out to Anthony Highland, watching from his couch in Rochdale. Fred Parkey, hashtag BBCRL, says Mullumbimby Giants are an Aussie Rugby League team founded in 1909. They play in the Northern Rivers Regional Rugby League camp. So there's some history there, Brian. You've missed out. You're going to have to do a lot of finding out about Mullumbimby Giants. Oh, here we go. This is fantastic. Wonderful break down this left-hand side from Harry Aronson. Puts the ball back on the inside. Oh, the passing is brilliant.
Cornwall.
Absolutely brilliant. And Cameron Brown and the whole of Cornwall is going bananas because they've just scored a terrific Challenge Cup try on this historic day when the Cup goes to Cornwall for the very first time, and it gives them hope in this game now.
That's a top draw try. Aronson starts the process, doesn't he, down this left-hand side, backing up on the inside. Brilliant from both the halves, and this put them back into the game. You're absolutely right. With over 10 minutes to go, that will give them such a huge lift, and you see the Mayfield team tramping back here, because the one thing you don't want is one of those knockout soccer blows where you're in control, you've done everything right for 25 minutes, you're dictating the game, and then somebody comes up with a spark of brilliance like that.
Well, we're about 1,000 miles away. My kitchen table as the kick goes over from Rusley, but you can feel the atmosphere here has just lifted phenomenally. So there might be a bit more than that. Might be another couple of minutes on top of that. Katie McDade says, come on Mayfield, you got this. Shout out to both my sons, Jane McDade and Christian McVeigh. Proud of you both. Love Mum and Paul, little sister and Ruby, and the rest of the family who are watching at home. Well, they're watching this Mayfield side having to really dig deep here because Cornwall are going to throw everything at them. Absolutely everything at them. Singleton out of dummy half. Harry Boots now takes it in. What a name to have in a situation like this. Boots marching forward. Singleton, left it goes to Rustling. Rustling tried the dummy. Mayfield are taking none of that. Real no-nonsense defence here now. You could see how that hit was felt by the scrum half. But they're back for more. They're back for more, and they're racing close. Boots held up, keeps it alive. A shuffle for the line from Nathan Cullen. Has Cullen got down?
He's held up, can you believe that?
Brilliant defence. Harry McVeigh was in there again, wasn't he? Amongst others. Last play. Singleton now spins it right. Here comes Rustling, chip and chase, brilliant intercept.
I think that's Sean Penkovic back on the... No, it's not, he's there.
It's Devlin Long, I think.
Devlin Long, yeah.
The Australian.
Oh,
they've lost the ball, they've got an opportunity. Oh, what a finish! What a finish from Harry Aronson! And what a finish we've got to this game now! That is as spectacular a try as you will see in the run right through to Wembley. They've taken the blows, they've taken the hits, but Cornwall rise again with a huge kick to come. Well, everybody settles down because this is huge. Adam Rustling, the former Castleford scholarship player. He has played in Super League for Cass against Salford. Had a spell at Hull KR, but he's never had a moment as big as this. Forward he steps, strikes it. Oh, it's a long way left. It's a long way left. On the day they play for the first time in the Betfred Challenge Cup. They're coming left again. It's the way to go. Rustling kicks it high. Pressure on Butterworth. Oh, superbly taken. Superbly taken.
He's under a lot of pressure.
It wasn't Butterworth, actually, was it? I think it's... was it Harry Sherry's on the field? Oh, it's a terrific break. Terrific break. Oh, this could finish it all. This could finish it all. It's a scamper towards the line. And that will be that. What a try. What a finish. Rochdale with a perfect response. Look at the delight there. That should be a match won now by Rochdale. They've still got a big kick. Still got a big kick. Because they need to get that to make it a two-score game. But that was brilliant.
We've been really entertained this afternoon. Super score.
On Monday night,
Come on, ladies and gentlemen.
the anniversary, the Yogi, up it goes again. Here we go. Is Yogi enough to get them over the line? Or can Mayfield hang out? What a finish we've got now. Kobe Nicol is tackled. Nicol, Collins waiting behind him. Back it comes to Mitchell. Cornwall born and bred. There's been 3 or 4 of them on the bench. With that motif comes with Brown. Brown hurls it back. Here's Rustling trying to find a way through. They want to make it a kickable try if they can score, but getting over the line is the first instance here. Now it's Brad Howe, and Howe's held up inside the 10. Mayfield hanging on the edge here. The cliff edge. It's switched right again. Little kick into the in-goal area. They're all after it, and whoa, what coolness that was from the Mayfield defence to allow it to bounce dead under those circumstances. But it
cool,
pays off. It pays off.
Super cool. Walk to everything now and stick it up your jumper this time, Rochdale. You've got the game here.
Can't be long left now. 3 minutes of stoppage time played. Still we go. Still we go. Where are we going to take the tap? There, that's where we take the tap. In the red zone, Brian, in the red zone. But they're coming out of the red zone. They want to make it a cool zone now, do Rochdale. They just want to slow things down. Penkovic doing what Penkovic does, running out of dummy half, taking them another 10 metres further downfield. What a cup tie. What a cup tie. Thank you to both sets of players here for producing a real good Saturday afternoon. Rugby League on a Saturday afternoon. What's not to love? Penkovic again stands and waits. They are just so slow. That's all they need to do. Nice and calm and slow. Run that clock down. 4 minutes of stoppage time already played. Can't be long left now. Penkovic goes again across the line. Terrific stuff. Eventually Cornwall's defence catches up with what it needs to do. Penkovic, he's going to go. Penkovic, oh, good hit, terrific. Yeah, it was Jamie Prisco. I think he came flying out of the line. In fact, apologies, it was Brad Howe. Came flying out of the line. That's possibly as hard as Penkovic has been in his whole career. There's the kick, goes to ground, dropped on. Cornwall have it back. Have they got time? Have they got the wherewithal to go 95 yards?
We don't know where the clock is.
4.5 minutes of stoppage time.
I wonder if they know. Well, you've got to go to the left-hand side. You've got to go to their left-hand side now, Cornwall.
That was Carter, the right winger. Now it's moved towards the left-hand side because we have seen Aronson, but we've also seen Tom Ashton scoring a try in this game. Can't run through the treacle that is created by those Mayfield defenders. 5 minutes gone of stoppage time. Taken on again by Brad Howe. And that is that. And Rochdale Mayfield do progress. Look at the celebrations. They've beaten a League One side here, and they've got themselves a place in the third round of the Betfred Challenge Cup. Cornwall down on their haunches, down in the dumps, because they gave it a real battle here today. But it's the NCL side from Rochdale, the famous Mayfield, who are going through.
That was brilliant entertainment. Full credit to both teams. Applaudits and everything. A great occasion provided by the Cornwall club. Good crowd, good atmosphere. Everybody up for it. Every player up for it. You could see what it meant to the Rochdale team on the final hooter there. And you see the disappointment etched on the Cornwall. But their experiment is well worth persevering with. The outstanding game of rugby entertainment.
Absolutely fantastic. Kerris Hart says it's a Cornish cliffhanger. It certainly was, Kerris. But it's all over. Thank you to everybody again who's joined us on the hashtag BBCRL.